Peace. Indeed. Leave your ego at the door. This is a spiritual zone. So generally people watch this page with their ego and it makes no sense. But if we're able to abstract ourselves and find that connection through mythology, through astrology, through psychology, we can find a common ground. And when we find a common ground, that represents truth. And so that's what I plan to delve into tonight. So let me digress. Happy full moon. I'm the Hood Mystic, representing www.hoodmystic.com. Also altercreations.net. Thank you for all of your support with my website, my wife's website. We just want to continue to invite the family to ask questions, whether it's womb health, whether it's astrology, whether it's holistic spirituality, connecting with your ancestors. We just want to help connect you to self. And we don't want any credit. We don't want you to write a long dissertation. You know, when it comes to money, that's more of an energy exchange. So it's not even about money. It's more of a connection. When we speak of connection, we really speak about Sagittarius. We really speak about Jupiter. In colloquial or classical astrology, Jupiter is the ruler of Sagittarius. So just imagine any form of rulership that would mean that if I walk into the door, then I'm going to be treated differently because I'm exalted in this house. And wherever we're at in our lives, something is awakening that is exalting in us. The problem is, if we haven't been working on the psychology, working on the astrology within ourselves, working on the processing, then we are not really like this fire that's being lit. It's scary. And so we're going to delve into this actual fire. And so I want to keep the theme going. I want you to leave your ego at the door. That's not just a catchy slogan. That's literally the premise of this channel, the premise of my content, and ultimately the premise of my life. Leaving your ego at the door and reaching for something more in connection. And so how I would hope that we could abstract ourselves this evening is to imagine ourselves not as Letitia from down the street or James from around the corner. Simply be the flame, and we could get into all types of esoteric script, and even in the Bible it states that God is a fire. So I hope that we don't have to get into that. I hope there's not a lot of backlash. I hope it's not hard to understand yourself as a fire and then understand retrograde. It's not that we're moving backwards, it's that we're being able to have a retrospective or have an understanding of that fire. And so as we go into it, let's just discuss it, And if fire disturbs you because you know might burn the house down, then we have to think of fire in the ancient sense where it was necessary for you to eat, for you to warm yourself, and a host of other things. So we want to use that ancestral fire. We want to talk about a different kind of fire than playing with matches and being reckless. But this is a more of a smart fire, a fire that is of necessity. So Jupiter went retrograde actually April 10th. And if you would like a cinematic perspective of Jupiter retrograde, which I thought was ultra interesting, look no further than American Gods episode 5. Maybe 4, but it's not the episode that just came on with Donor the Great. It was the episode before that. And there's this particular scene where there's this man who is beheaded and he's burning like a match. And there's this dialogue between him and Shadow Moon. But watch that episode and understand the fire that exists in melanated people. The reality. So much of our lives, whether we have been brought up in public school or private school or homeschooled, we have been taught to be our best selves, never let them see you down, and etc., etc. But we never really address how we got here. As a collective, some of us have gone on to reach great heights, and we commend those people and we celebrate those people. But that represents so much of a minority that it really goes without saying, literally. The majority of us are in a particular condition that I would like to call post-traumatic stress disorder. Even if you personally did not go through post-traumatic stress, 9 times out of 10, you connected with somebody who's going through post-traumatic stress. And by that connection, by y'all smoking blunts together, y'all having sex with each other, you've absorbed that trauma, friendship, relationship, partnership. Not only are you guys sharing memories, understanding like creating memories and then merging memories, this is what's happening. And as we build and talk on the internet or in real lives, we are absorbing drama, addressing drama, processing trauma. I hope. And if I said drama, I meant to say trauma. It's a lot of drama too. Let's not get it fucked up. But where does that drama come from? The drama does not come from nothing but trauma. So I want to abstract that into a destructive fire where, okay, We're talking about this spirituality, and we're discussing this mythology, and we're finding connections in it. But then again, it's like, well, my ass ain't shaped right, you know. Oh, I can do all of these great things, but I'm not pretty enough. I'm not sexy enough. I'm not strong enough. I'm definitely not rich enough. I'm not rich enough at all, you know. And even though the pity party feels great, to the pity party, like let's keep this shit a buck, right? Having fun is great, you know, but those pity parties, man, it's nothing like it. Oh, I'm gonna just smoke all this weed, I'm gonna drink all this liquor, I'm gonna indulge in all this tomfoolery because I'm hurt. That feels so good, you know. But if we were a fire, what would that look like? It would look destructive. So, interesting enough, as this full moon is on the cusp, Jupiter is on the cusp of Sagittarius in Vedic astrology. In Western astrology, it's a little bit more progressed in Sagittarius, but we don't do that here. We look at what it's actually looking like for real, for real. And if you look at it in the sky, it's in a space called Ophiuchus, and Ophiuchus is conjunct the Milky Way. And the Milky Way is just a space in the sky that's like fire. It's like pure combustibility. And so the reality is that we've already been through the motions of it. The retrograde is where you fucked up. But the beautiful part, if you've been working through, you know, certain things and trying to improve your life in subtle ways and doing the little processes, writing the dream journal, really connecting, it's okay. It's tough. It's hard to realize, like, I fucked up here, I fucked up there, I fucked up here, I shouldn't have did this, I shouldn't have did that. But okay, I realize my mistakes and I can redirect my path, because if we're going to look at this from Vedic astrology and we're going to say Jupiter is on the cusp of Sagittarius, then that's literally saying the path, you know, if you just want to just break it down into a word, it's literally Jupiter being the planet of expansion, Jupiter being your short-term memory and really creating memories, right? That's a powerful concept when you think about spirituality and living in the moment and all that hot conscious shit, and then you just be like sitting at the crib and like doing some old mundane humdrum TikTok shit, and you reading all this hot shit in the book about, you know, being in the moment. And you might see some hot shit on YouTube or a nice meme that you can just share. You know, being in the moment is beautiful because you open your heart like a lotus flower and all your friends share it and like it. And you know, but you ain't did shit. But then share you just saw a picture that you just like like, you know, this would be so fucking amazing. But like, prioritizing and understanding, you could not share the meme, but literally live the meme, be the meme, create the memory, get that connection, start that business, do that thing, you know. Like, that's what it's about. But for so long, I mean, damn, we've been really going strong about the trauma and the shadow and the trauma and the shadow and the get over it and the alchemy and the transmutation. And, you know, I'm not trying to be redundant. I'm trying to prioritize what's really important in 2019, because it's a lot of like life paradigms, reality shifts, changes, alters. In 2006, your priorities might have been intact and in alignment, you know. I like the way you do it right there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, to go to the club and really hit that chick in there to get that shit popping. Like, that's some real ass shit. Like, you experienced that. You know, you wore that 3XT. You feel me? Like, you wore them Air Force Ones with the wristband. You got them Jabot jeans. Like, that was a priority. You experienced that club shooting and whatever the case may be. But this is 2019. We are so close to 2020, and there is so much shit going on around you that like prioritizing what's important is really gonna get you through the day. But let me get into these points. So like I said, we was gonna abstract ourselves as a fire, and so the Sagittarius Sabian symbol for 0 to 1 degrees is members of a shared experience reflect on their memories, and then even further, it's like members of an army brigade 50 years later having like a reunion and talking about how it was in the Korean War or something to that effect. Sorry about that. But that within itself don't mean shit. You gotta really aspect that shit. This world that we live in was not created by God, good people, peace treaties, up and up deals, you know, energy exchange. This world that we are living in was created by niggas with guns and armies setting up shop, setting up police forces, setting up army bases, strategically operating at a level where you couldn't do anything but what they allowed you to do. And if you look at life as if, you know, you was just born on April 23rd, 1979, and you had all the opportunities and abilities as the next person, you are fucking fooling yourself. You are asleep. You are asleep. You have done no research. You have not put two and two together. You are fucked up to think that I'm whatever, you know, like there's no difference between black people and white people. Like, we're all the same. Like, no. History, life, when I walk out in the street, when I'm at my place of employment, that's not the reflection that I see. I'm the only black face that I see in the technological department. They're like you're fooling yourself. I done drove all around this country. We in little pockets, but the rest of this country is something completely different than what I grew up experiencing. And if you expect the black man to always be kind, generous, nice, sweet, respectful, then you got him fucked up. I'm so sorry. If you don't understand a black man's pain, anger, and his need to process, his need to transmute his life, then this the wrong channel. I'm the wrong person to talk to. You might not want to get a reading from me, because my life was not peaches and cream. There was a lot of things that I had to learn the fucking hard way. And so that's my perspective. And as a man, get off the black man for a second. As a man, if I don't express myself openly and freely, guess what that creates in my being, in my soul, in my experience? Suppression. What happens when you suppress anything for too long? You explode. So, the reason why we talk about transmutation, the reason why we talk about alchemy, the reason why we talk about shadow, the reason why we talk about trauma is because we don't want to fucking explode. We want to create a dialogue, a narrative, a way of making us feel and know that we are important, we are valuable, we are needed, we are respected, we are understood. If you don't do that, you are and that's just one level. Another level is you've been fucking up for so long and people are tired of your shit now. They was tired of your shit yesterday, but they gave you the 55th chance. Today, they not giving you that chance. So if you're in a matrix, if you're in a society, if you're in a structure where there's rules, where there's parameters, and you being the conscious soul that you are, don't want to abide by those rules that was already set, you're going to be reminded about that. All of this is connected and putting your ass in the right direction, putting your ass on the right path. See, but the reason why you ain't been doing the shit that you've been needing to do, the reason why you ain't been showing up, the reason why you ain't been showing up the way you supposed to is because your ass ain't even supposed to be there. Of course you're going to get fired. Of course you're going to get kicked off the team. Of course you're going to get let go. Of course you're going to get broke up with because you're not even supposed to be there. So the boiling point is now. That's not funny, but I was just thinking about the church. It's not even supposed to be there. So it's symbolism. It's symbolism. And so in our lives, if we were fires are things that devour. It knows no bounds unless you create those bounds. But at a certain level, if there is no bounds, it's going to eat anything that it can eat. And that's very destructive. But another thing that fire does, if it's a fire over here and a fire over there, and somehow by chemical reaction those fires meet, they don't be like, what you on? Like, you ain't my type. You know what I'm saying? It ain't none of that. It's like merge. And so if we're abstracted and we're like flames and we can understand now, we can really get into some twin flame shit. Like, we can really understand it, right? We can get it. Like, once that fire is like, and you ever notice how like two fires be at two separate places, but they tend to move towards each other in a certain way, and then when they get together, are you like, okay, that was the fire from over there, and that was the fire from over there, and now they like tag teaming? No, they is just one fucking flame. Like, you understand? Like, it's one flame, and this is connection, right? This is, okay, we're gonna devour this shit together, and me turns to us, turns to we. This is real shit. And so this is what's really happening. But if you ain't left your ego at the door, then it's like, no. I said vows on the 27th of December, 1996, Hood Mystic. The things that you saying is resonating with me, but I said vows. This is my career path. I got a master's degree. I got a law degree, Hood Mystic. You want me to start a YouTube channel and teach black people law? I can't do that. I got a bar. I passed the bar. You know, you can't be and get into these spirituality. Like, you can deal with the fake structures. Like, you can deal with the fake structures all day long, but you got to realize that shit fake as fuck, and you there for your own particular reason, and when it's time to go, it's time to go. If you in that shit, if you in that matrix and you really emotionally attached to Jane, the secretary, your lunch break, all of that dumb shit, then when it starts like, I'm just trying to put myself in a person who's not really fully awoke and going through trials and tribulations in that pain. Like, oh my God, I can't believe this is happening to me. And it's like, I can't believe this is happening for you. Like, it's really happening for you. It's happening for you, not to you. Like, you would, like, man, you wouldn't. It's like, man, like, it's like experiencing this shit, living this shit, doing this shit. What I came to realize is everybody want to talk, right? Everybody wants to talk, but don't nobody really want to listen. You know what I'm saying? Like, people know everything, got all the questions in the world. Like, how do that work? Like where, like, we never sat down and was like, yo, let's learn together. Let's figure some shit out. It's like, well, I already believe and I already feel, and if it's not aligned with my feelings and beliefs, then I don't really deal with it, Hood Mystic. Well, what do you believe? I don't know. Oh wow. Oh, shit. Shit is changing by the day, and you basing your life on beliefs? Whoa, damn. Oh, shit. I believe I can fly, nigga. What the But can you? I'd rather know I can fly than believe I can fly. And to know I can fly is to actually get my ass out on a fucking open road and start spreading my wings. Until I did that, you know, I believe I can fly. No, we gotta know. It's 2019. If your social circle, if your group ain't getting down to business, trying to fucking figure some shit out, y'all just know everything but ain't doing shit, that flame is gonna be like, whoosh. You be like, oh shit, gotta go. Where are you going, Tamika? Home. I'm going home. I can't do this shit no more. This shit is killing me. Knowing I need connection, knowing I got purpose in life, knowing that life should be easier than this. I shouldn't be having to work this hard. Knowing that I could come together with people and bring my skills to the table and, help me out, help them out. I know I can work together. Shit, I don't trust niggas. I don't know niggas. I don't. But I think throughout consciousness, what I'm understand, what I'm really like putting forth, like, and it's a tough message. And if I was to ever like see this in real terms, like, okay, like, yeah, connection. I don't really care about personal success. I don't give a shit if you was the first black man to fly to the moon and, do the stanky leg on the moon and, Instagram from the moon. I could care less about personal achievements. The thing that I'm most thirsty for, the thing that I hunger for is them spiritual connections being brought to the surface and then taking them to the next level. That's all I give a fuck about. I have no thirst in my soul for people to be like, Kyrie, you that nigga, like, you did it. Like, I want to be like, y'all did it together, y'all. That is amazing. Y'all, them. That's all I want. And that's tough because as I surf through the fucking internet landscape, it's all about me. Me, I, myself and I, and fuck you. Pay me. You understand? And that's everywhere. And that's the scariest shit. Like, no matter what I hear, it's just like, you are alone and you need to be scared about that shit. And then what adds on to that paranoia is proximity and friendship. We imagine our friends and our purpose to be somewhere that's close to us. But how did you get there? Why you ain't leave? Ten times out of 10, if you left and went somewhere else, you'll find some different friends. And if you went somewhere else, you'll find some different friends. And, the story goes on and on and on. The limits and the boxes that we put ourselves in socially is downright scary. We tend to vibrate and talk to people we don't got shit in common with other than that they live close to us. And that is not a good parameter for judging how good a person or how well you connect with a person. It is really reflective of a fire, and if y'all guys are devouring this world together, like really pushing forward as a fire, as a unit. Retrograde to me is just retrospect, so it's just something to really think about. Am I a fire? I think I'm a fire. I feel like a fire sometimes. Is the niggas around me on the same shit I'm on? That remains to be seen. But in retrospect, at this particular point, full moon, Jupiter being on the cusp, the technical term for this actual placement would be perpetuation. And to perpetuate something would be to continuously move on and on and on. But it starts like at a point, like, so money, perpetuation. Money should perpetually flow into your life. Love, perpetuation. Love should constantly flow into your life. It's beautiful, right? That feels so good, right? Yeah. Fear. Perpetually over and again in your life. It's a fire, baby. It burns too. It can burn you too. Anger perpetually going on. Sadness perpetual. Depression. So, oh, definitely go to sleep with what you choose to perpetuate. You know, Jupiter in retrograde is a long cycle. This is all the way until August. So what do you want to perpetuate? Write it down. Write 5 things that you plan to perpetuate over this Jupiter retrograde cycle. If you write it, write RITE, ritual. If you write it, place it under the full moon in a bowl of water. Let it, like, stop fucking around with this shit, yo. Like, stop dealing with what's perfect and bringing yo fucked up track record into what has been known to work for centuries. We have created, we have destroyed, we have created and destroyed again. But none of this shit was built overnight. It was a perpetual motion from an original idea. Manifest. This energy is magnifying your thoughts at an exponential level. How could I put a number on it? I don't know. But I know for a fact that the shit that's rising to the surface, if you focus on it, you're going to magnify it. It's going to come back to you because you're thinking it, you're feeling it, you're processing it, you're acknowledging it, you're accepting it. I'm angry. Fine then, motherfucker. Anger. Nobody told you to be angry. You could have been wealthy. You could have been successful. You could have been in love. You could have been happy. You could have been prosperous. You could have been a slew of, it's literally thousands of adjectives, feelings, vibrations that you could have chosen to align with during a goddamn supermoon. But something didn't happen and go your way. And so, man, over and over and over again, we fall for the same tricks. Right before major astrological events happen, major events happen to trick us out of our joy. And you do your research, shit don't be adding up, details don't be matching, it be sinister players involved. But I digress. So, if I could surmise, just like Ophiuchus is the twin snakes coming together, you've been getting little hints, little droplets, little signs. You could have, you ain't about to just, drive a 4x4 into no sign. You just gonna kind of be like, okay, that's real interesting. Kind of like that. The heat be on low then, you know what I'm saying? You ain't nothing. I don't know, something happened in fucking heat. Somebody done tripped over the goddamn broom or something, done knocked the heat on high. Whoosh, now that little hint is like, a full on flame. And now, at least you've been paying attention, hopefully. But, as we realize what we truly want, you have to begin to burn away that negativity, that pessimism, that trauma. When it rises to the surface, don't focus on it. Understand, this shit has been in the deep bowels of your being for who knows how many fucking lifetimes. A whole shit been rising up in me that been happening from 3 years ago, 8 years ago, 8 fucking lifetimes ago. Who was Parcynthius? I don't know no fucking Parcynthius. Like, you, like, it's dumb shit. You feel me? Like, trauma though. Like, you've beheaded the queen. Like, what? Like, I ain't beheaded shit. Like, I just got off work. Like, so I say that to say, in jest, when shit rises to the surface, would I avenge the queen from fucking 5 centuries ago? Or would I simply realize that, oh shit, that past lifetime shit is crazy? The same way last week could be a representation of a past lifetime, because what is it in the context of your 1079th life, when, you know what I mean? Like, this is Vedic astrology, we into reincarnation. If you like leave your ego at the goddamn door, friend, if you thought you was born in 1979, this ain't the room for you. Them niggas up the street talking about the same old astrology that they've been talking about for 5 years straight. Fuck with them, because they gonna put you on the same shit that they've been putting you on. Absolutely nothing. Here, I would hope that it resonates to a point that you can see it around you and know, like, oh shit, I need to make changes. Because personal experience, I used to be fit. You know what I'm saying? I used to work out. Every day. I will work out twice a day. Like, you know, like I was a health nut. You know, you can't blame it on the relationship, but it's always a relationship. You get comfortable, she start cooking for you, you don't go to the gym no more because you got bae. Like, you don't got him, she don't want you running out on the streets, you know, pulling girls and things of that nature, so she just fatten you up. So I ain't blaming her. Hers. But I let myself go. And so today, I was like, man, today I'm getting back out there, you know. And today I did. I got back out there. I started, you know, my little jogging routine. And for me, this is what this retrograde looked like. Like, I'm really looking back, like, what helped you, nigga? Oh, yeah, exercise. That really gave your center. What's fuck you up now? Oh, you doing everything but working out. So there you go. And from there, I was like, okay, like, if I don't hit this track, if I don't do this shit, then I'm gonna just sit here with this anger. Like, no, I woke up at like 12 o'clock last night and I literally was on fire. Like, I felt like I was on fire, like I can't sleep. Like, and it was like, I'm not gonna go smoke no weed, I'm not gonna go have no drink. Like, I gotta feel it. Like, this is how I feel. Like, I'm on fire. Damn, like, I gotta do better. It ain't nobody's fault. I gotta take full responsibility. Fuck, I wanna lash out on somebody, but damn, I just gotta do the shit that I know that's gonna help me. Like, cause it ain't like you fucked up all the way fucked up. It's just probably that one thing that you know your ass should be doing but you ain't doing, and you need a process to heal. And sometimes it's something secondary or abstract from your normal life that you need to incorporate into your life to enhance your life, to better your life. And stop playing around. Stop fucking around. Like, stop playing. Stop playing. Stop playing with yourself. So, to tie it all in, I love doing this. Pulling up these tarot cards and reading these explanation of these tarot cards, and like, oh, that's pretty spot on. So we got 2 tarot cards. We got the 8 of Wands and we got art. from the Thoth Tarot deck, Art being the ruler of Sagittarius, the Eight of Wands being the first deacon of Sagittarius, and all of these notes is located in the description. So if you want to peer with me and look with me, feel free. But first, we're going to preface this by understanding that, so the card before Sagittarius is Death. So in the major arcana, so the ruler of Scorpio is Death. And then the ruler of Sagittarius is Art. And what's actually taking place on that card is actually alchemy. Alchemy is for spiritual folk. Contrary to popular belief, the ankh wearing, the head wrapping, the ceremony, the meme sharing, the video posting, the black conscious worshipers don't even represent spirituality in no way, shape, or form. Until you begin to discuss your alchemy, until you begin to discuss transmuting your trauma and finding a solution for your trauma, you can't even really consider yourself spiritual. What you are is social, because the white man is bad and the white man did it. And until the white man give us our reparations, things ain't going to be right. And so, and on another level, I'm not that spiritual, but Brother Panic, he's spiritual, so I follow him because he got it. And when he drop a video, I listen. And did y'all hear that new Panic video? You see, he was dropping that knowledge, and it's like, okay, not knocking it, but how is that transmuting your trauma? Like, this is every day, all day processing, or else. Because, like, once you start to process and you've been processing for a long time, you start to see that everybody around you is sad. They either ain't processed no shit, or they living and feeling and breathing, or they're just really looking for something outside of themselves to fill a void. That, like, everybody, like, trying to not focus on this pain. And you like, fuck it, I'm gonna experience this pain, I'm gonna deal with it, I'm gonna really get into evolution and like not being my old regular hurt ass, you know. And so coming into that reality, things start to happen real fast. And that's the Eight of Wands. Time, space. If you really studied and getting into it, you probably heard like time and space don't really exist, and you know, you've heard that before, but really understanding that in your being, because the trauma, you want to do the alchemy for the trauma because that shit's not really real. And so to really be like, Ray cheated on me, you know, it's kind of like, well, who are you? And then, you know, that question can get answered over like a million times, you know, many different names, many different experiences, and all of these things that are being suppressed. So it's kind of like the particular thing that you're focusing on to be like so much of a hardship is really just this little lifetime, little blip on the motherfucking, like, it ain't nothing. It ain't nothing. So it's better to transmute it so you can get into what's perfect in your spirituality, and you can't get there no other way. And so this kind of speaks to that fire, is really burning away what's not needed. And once you burn away what's not needed, you really getting into the flow of things, the quickening of things. And so in full summary of everything, I'm gonna just read this from esotericmeanings.com. In summary, in its emphasis on reintegration that we have seen as the central theme of this card, the Art card can also reflect a period of self-evaluation in order to re-examine your life priorities. You are now seeking a much greater balance between your inner and outer selves, searching for a higher meaning and purpose in life. throughout this transition, you may also experience a clash between your established habits and way of thinking and your new evolved vision. Just keep looking inwards without fear, but with calm determination to overcome any obstacles in the knowledge that you are moving on to a much better and harmonious life. And I can't say it no better than that, ladies and gentlemen. Um, if you ain't heard nothing, you heard that. And so that whole video was just this paragraph, but I didn't. This paragraph was like the last thing that I added to the slide. Like, so if I'd have read this paragraph first, I wouldn't have never got it. So really taking a long way home has always benefited me. I always tend to take the scenic route. That's what this channel is about. So I hope that you took something from that. You were able to take something from that to kind of help you out. I know that doing this video is deeply therapeutic to me, because before this video I never was able to express what I needed to express, and getting it out of my system feels a million times better. So for that reason alone, I'm grateful for the fact that people joined me on the live and added so many comments. That's really love, and hopefully we're able to share this video, and hopefully this video makes sense enough to other people where they can kind of understand where they're at and understand that what needs to be there is gonna be there, but what doesn't need to be there is gonna be wiped away, and that's okay. Because you've been through this shit many different times. You've been through way worse. So let's really enjoy the moment and make those connections and become one with each other. One with each other. One with each other. So that's a sign that I've been talking way too much. But yeah, altercreations.net, that's the movement. Help support me and my wife as we make our transition to sustained living. It's very difficult and very hard to raise a family, and I don't necessarily want to raise a family just by myself or just like as an isolated unit. That shit is like corny. Like, that shit is whack as fuck. Like, it takes a village, is our company that me and my wife started. That's our LLC, and that's what we stand by, and that's what I'm gonna die behind. I want to see us come together. I want to see us connect, and whatever I have to do, whatever sacrifices that I need to make internally, whatever manifestation, whatever buttons I need to push within myself, if it requires me to be a better person, I'm up for the challenge, because I do have desires, I do have wants, I do have needs, and they reside in connection and nothing else. And so that's how my fire is represented. Like, my fire is not, deciding on, where should I go? What should I do? I like you. You cute. Nah, you alright. Like, fire is just, come here. You know what I'm saying? You can hear the gristle and the growl in it. You feel me? Like, it ain't no left or right. It's just, devouring. I hope that don't trigger nothing grotesque. I hope it triggers, the most beautiful abstracted image of, devouring what needs to be devoured together, and really taking over what needs to be taken over. And maybe you are passive and you don't resonate with this message. So sorry. I'm so very sorry. But, peace to the family. What's going on? But I love y'all, man. I appreciate these comments. Make sure y'all share this video. Make sure you email me, hoodmystic@gmail.com, altercreations.net, hoodmystic.com. I'm about to go outside and peep this moon before it gets blocked. But happy full moon to y'all. Go outside, soak that moon up. Make sure y'all write those 5 things y'all hoping to perpetuate. Put it in a bowl of water, leave it out overnight. You understand? Like, really set the tone, or else somebody gonna set the tone for you. Peace.